Hey guys, it's Manager Kylie, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you some important terminology to know when watching and playing the game of football. So today I'm going to go through some important terminology to know when both playing football and watching the game. This is terms that you may hear commentators say, you may hear coaches say, or just things you should know about positions on the field and different plays and different things that happen during the play of the game. If you guys are interested in more sports administration content just like this, definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the bell to get notified every time I upload, as I post a new video every single Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and we're going to dive into these terminologies. So the first ones I'm going to go through are position-based, so these are different positions on the field, so the positions the players can play. So the first of the positions is the backs, and for a legal formation you have to have 4 backs on the field. This could be running backs, this could be full backs, this could be your quarterback. These people stand behind the line of scrimmage in your offensive formation. The quarterback is a specific position. They are the ones generally receiving the snap from the center, and they are the ones calling a lot of the plays and kind of running the entire offense. You're also going to have your receivers when on offense, so generally sometimes your wide receiver, slot receiver, something like that, and they're the ones a lot of times catching those passes from the quarterback. You also have your linemen, and you have linemen both on offense and defense. These are the people that line up directly on the line of scrimmage. They're kind of your first line of defense in protecting your quarterback, so they're the ones that are going right at each other during each play. And then you also have your different defensive positions, and these are the people that are stopping your offense from being able to score. One other position term you might hear are special teams. So what this is people that don't fall into offense or defense. They are on your punt team, your punt return team, your kickoff team, things along that line. So they're doing those in-between plays when your team isn't officially on offense or defense, kind of those mix-up plays where your team's going from offense to defense or from defense to offense. The next few terms are all about field positioning. So there's different terms you're going to hear about the field itself and then where players are located on the field. So the backfield is all the area behind the line of scrimmage. So this is where your offense is lining up, where your quarterback is generally standing. Where the quarterback stands can also be called the pocket. So if your quarterback is standing directly on your center, that's considered them being in the pocket. Some of the other things you're going to hear for positioning is the line of scrimmage. So this is the line that is in between the defense and offense. You have to stay on your side of the line of scrimmage until the ball is snapped. The neutral zone is the area between the offensive and defensive teams. The only one allowed in the neutral zone is your center, as they're right up on the ball. So this is the area around the line of scrimmage. Nobody can enter the neutral zone until the ball is snapped. That makes it so that you're not just like head on head with the other player. You're kind of have a little bit of a gap. Another position on the field that you might hear, another term for somewhere on the field, is the end zone. So this is the area that you're trying to go to score. So it's the last 10 yards of the field. So you have your 100 yards of the middle of the field, and then you have 10 yards on each side. So the field's really 120 yards. And that extra 10 yards is the end zone. That's where you're scoring those touchdowns. There's also some terminology when it comes to penalties, and I'm just going to give you a few different examples of ones you might hear all the time. Encroachment is when the defense comes into the neutral zone before the ball is snapped. So they're kind of making contact and coming in to that area. You also might hear a neutral zone infraction when somebody messes up where they are standing in the neutral zone and is too close to where the line of scrimmage is. Offsides is when somebody is beyond the line of scrimmage when the ball is snapped, so they're not on their side of the line of scrimmage. Another penalty you may hear a lot is holding. So this is generally grabbing somebody's jersey or anything like that, kind of grabbing at one of the players when you're not just tackling them. And then another one is intentional grounding. This is done by the quarterback. If they feel like there's nothing they can do with the ball, sometimes they'll just chuck it down. And if there's not an eligible receiver anywhere around them, that can be considered intentional grounding. And then there's a lot of terminology you're going to hear in the play of the game. One is an audible. So if the quarterback calls an audible, that generally means they're changing the play on the fly. So they're not doing it in the huddle. They're kind of doing on the fly, telling everybody where they need to go. They're calling an audible. A blitz is when the defense runs after the quarterback and tries to sack the quarterback. Blocking is something that a lot of your linemen do and some of your other players may do to give space for the person with the ball to be able to run up the field. So they're blocking the other players out of the way. An eligible receiver is somebody that is able to catch the ball. So there's somebody when the quarterback throws the ball that is allowed to catch the ball. Different players can be deemed eligible receivers in different formations and different plays. A fair catch is when you catch the ball and you kind of wave your hands in the air to say, I don't want to have to run with the ball. This is generally on a kickoff or a punt. You just wave your hands, catch the ball, and then nobody can touch you. That way, if you feel like you're not going to be able to run with the ball safely, you can just catch the ball and your team can have it from that point. An extra point is one of the different ways you can score in football. So this can be scoring after a touchdown, that extra point. There also may be a 2-point conversion, which means you're doing a running play to score 2 points and pretty much score a little mini touchdown. You also have a field goal, which you score 3 points, and then your touchdown where you score 6. And if you're interested in more about scoring, I will have videos on that linked up in the iCard, and at the end I'll have a football playlist that you can check out with more information on scoring specifically. Some of the ways the defense can get the ball is through an interception. So what that means is they catch the quarterback's pass and are able to do something with it, or at least catch the quarterback's pass and they gain possession. A fumble is when somebody on the offense is running with the ball and then drops it and the other team can get it, or the offense could get it again, but a fumble is when they drop the ball while running and the ball is live and somebody else can go after it. You might hear somebody say pass protection, and what that is the offensive player is blocking so that they're able to run up the field, so they're getting the defense out of the way. A lateral pass is actually a backwards pass, and you're able to use this if you want to actually have the other person throw the ball. So you can use a lateral pass backwards and somebody else could actually throw the ball up, because until you make an initial pass forward at all, you can actually keep passing it backwards until somebody chucks it forward. A punt is when the ball is kicked up in the air to the other team. A rush is when somebody is running with the ball. A sack is when the quarterback is tackled, generally behind the line of scrimmage. A sack is when the quarterback is tackled behind the line of scrimmage, generally from that blitz. A safety is another one of those scoring terms, and this happens if the offensive team is actually tackled in their own end zone. That gives them 2 points to the defense, and the defense gets the ball. A snap is what gets the ball from the center to the quarterback, and scrambling is when the quarterback is generally running around and can't find somebody to pass to. And then the last 2 words are a tackle is when you take down somebody from the other team. And then a turnover is when the ball moves from the offense to the defense, so the ball gets switched over. So whether that is a turnover on downs, or if it's an interception, a fumble, anything like that is considered a turnover. So that's some of the important terminology for football. If you have any questions about the terms I mentioned, definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you'd like to see this for any other sport, let me know that as well. I will have a playlist also linked at the end. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you guys next Wednesday.